Hey guys, some of you requested for a more detailed iDesign demo with step-by-step instructions, so here it is. Over the next few minutes, I'll be showing you how to easily create the smart multi-grid layout using iDesign. Please keep in mind, the recommended way to build elements is to begin with presets as it is faster and more convenient. However, in this particular video, you will get a demo on how to build elements entirely from scratch to give you a deeper understanding of the plugin. First step, let's head over to the iDesign main page. Here you'll find the canvas on which you'll be creating your designs. This canvas is resizable, so you can create designs of various sizes for different parts of your website. To resize your canvas, you can either use the blue resize key located at its bottom right corner by clicking and dragging it, or you could just head over to the blueprint settings panel at the top of the screen and enter the dimensions you'd like in terms of rows and columns. Now let's start creating some stuff on the canvas. To build your first set, just click and drag your mouse across the canvas. This will highlight the area where your set will be placed. You will find that a tooltip appears when you hover over the selection with a single button labeled Create. Pressing this button will build your set over the selection. You can also click anywhere else on the canvas to deselect the area if you like. When you're ready with your selection, press Create. You will find that an empty set will appear over your selection, and now the tooltip will hold a bunch of new options for you. We'll click on the Customize button to start filling up our set with some tiles. Underneath your canvas is the Settings panel for your tile sets. Here you'll find various options for the overall customization of your set, as well as panels below for the customization of your individual tiles. Now let's start creating our first tiles. Keep in mind, this is what we want our first set to look like. Now let's add some content to our tile. We'll add a title, then some description along with a link in it. And when we want to add the image, we could either press this blue button, which will open up our media library, or you could instead add an external image via this input box. Now when you want to style your elements, head over to the section titled Other and locate the tab for the element that you wish to style. Clicking it will open up various styling and other options for the element. A shorter route is to just press the gear icon next to the element, which automatically takes you to its styling section. Let's customize the styling of our title element. We'd like the text to be colored black. Size it big to about 30 and set its font weight to bold. When you're done, create a copy of the style by pressing the Copy button at the top right corner of the tile panel. Now we'll just change the content of the new tile . After having done that, scroll up to the overall settings and increase the tile spacing to 10 and set the tiles per row to 2. If we had left the second option blank, the plugin would have gone with the default value of 1 and the tiles would have stacked vertically in a single column. Press apply and that's it. Your first set is done. Now one thing we may want to adjust here is that the starting of the text of our tiles should preferably line up with the left edge of the image. You can control such fine-tuned settings with iDesign. The gap here is caused by the left padding of the text. So let's go and set that padding value to 0 for both the title and description elements. Now we have to make these changes to a second tile as well. While manually copying these couple of changes over to the next tile is easy, what if we had a dozen tiles and several changes to copy over? That would be quite cumbersome, which is why under the overall settings tab, we have the export settings to all of the tiles in set button. Using this button, automates the process of copying the settings and saves us all the bother. Alright, so now we'll make a selection for the second set as before, then create and customize. The tiles in this set have a different look and animation. In fact, they are categorized under a different type altogether than the default type which we used for the previous set, which is button A. For our new tiles, we will be selecting the Focus A type. You'll find that all of the Focus type tiles have the title and tagline appearing beforehand, and the description is revealed only on mouse hover. After filling in the content for our first tile, we will style its title to be bold and give both the title and the description elements an appropriate font size and color them white. We also want a blue background for the tile, so we'll go to the Overall tab and select that background color. There's a setting here for the background's transparency. Here you can enter any number ranging from 0 to 100, with 100 being completely opaque. We'll use a high figure for a nice transparency effect. Let's also set a padding for the tile and a shadow. Now let's move on to the link element. We know that we want this element to be aligned to the left with white color text labeled read more. We want the link to open on a new page, and we also want to place a small font awesome icon in the link element. We will be covering font awesome icons a little later in this very tutorial video. Finally, let's copy the style a few times to populate our set and customize the content for each style, which I will be skipping over to keep this video brief. Again, don't forget to set an appropriate figure for the tiles per row option and of course the tile gap. And as a finishing touch, we could give the set a padding at the top to space the tiles a little from the set above. Press apply and your second set will be ready. Via the tooltip, you can resize and move any set for making adjustments at any time you like. As you can see, the next set has a single tile, which is for the purpose of linking to more information on the topic. We'll mark out the area for the set, create it, and then head over to the tile settings panel, where we'll enter the title and link in the content area. Let's color the title with a shade of blue, make it bold and appropriately sized. One important thing to note here is that while we do have a link for the style, we do not want that link element to actually appear on the screen. So we are going to go to the link element settings section and check the option for hiding the links. This will automatically link the entire tile to the main link that we entered, and at the same time it will hide the link element itself. Next up, we have a simple tile with just two elements, the title and tagline. Also note, whether you use the tagline or description element for building this style is entirely up to you. After entering the content, let's style the title element and give it a little margin beneath to make it stand a little separate from the tagline underneath it. The next set is going to contain 3 tiles. Let's make it clear to the plugin already that we want the 3 tiles to stand in a row and not vertically stacked. For these tiles, we are going to use another tile type to get the particular look that we want for them. We are going to use the feature A type structure. As you can guess, the feature type options were especially developed for tiles that showcase features of products, services, etc. We are going to use the description element for adding content to the tiles, so we can highlight some parts of the text for emphasis. After that, we would like to add a link as well as an icon or image to our tiles. We could fetch an image from the media library or go with the Font Awesome icon by checking this option in the content section. For those of you who are new to Font Awesome, it is a free service that brings to you hundreds of high-resolution icons, and iDesign comes with inbuilt integration for Font Awesome icons. These icons are an excellent and convenient alternative to regular image icons. Besides being high resolution ready, they can also have the colors changed and given shadows for effect. Just browse the icon catalog and type in the code for the icon you like. We will be giving the icon element a specific width and height. We will also be coloring the icons nearly black. For the link element, we will be adding an orange background color besides other style settings this time. We will also be setting a border radius. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this CSS property, it is basically the equivalent of corner curves, and as we can see, we want our link element's corners to be curved a little. Copy the style a couple of times and our set will be nearly ready. Again, for the sake of brevity, I'll skip over the part of changing the content of the other tiles. However, let's go ahead and add these borders in. To suit our purpose, we could either set the right border for both the first 2 tiles, or just set both the right and left border for the middle tile. We'll go with the latter approach here. In the overall settings tab for the middle tile, let's add color to the border. Give the right and left borders a width of 1px each so they may actually appear, and set the styling to dashed. Once we have changed the content for the other 2 tiles as well, we're ready to hit apply, and the set is now complete. For our next set, we'll just add some text to the description area and style it a little. While this set is nearly done, what we really want is for its background to extend horizontally in a wide band and a little bit vertically as well. To achieve this effect, we use the background force full width option. Now we'll have a nice horizontal band going on. We can also determine its upward and downward extensions. When you hover over your canvas, you'll find that extended background disappears temporarily. This feature is in place to ensure that the areas on the sides of the set are still available to you for further construction if you so choose. Finally, to get that overall background color for the entire canvas, head over to the design settings section at the top of the screen and click on the enable background option. Choose a background color and you are now ready to save your design. Clicking on the save button in the main settings section without entering any number will cause the design to be conveniently saved at the latest available slot. Or you could just enter a number yourself to overwrite a previous design. Now let's use a shortcode on a page. Let's save the poster page and view our final design. And that's it for this tutorial. While we have covered only a portion of the features available with iDesign, I hope this demo gave you at least a small glimpse into the possibilities and convenience this plugin offers. Stay tuned for more videos on how to use iDesign. And if you have any queries, suggestions, feedback, you're welcome to mail them at idesignplugin@gmail.com. Good day.